Welcome to 100% Eat in Another New Space, the show where we try every fast food restaurant to let you know if you need it. You probably do. I'm your host, Michael Jones, alongside my co-host, Jordan Swears. Jordan, how are you?
I was actually pointing at the drummer off screen. So we're going with late night talk show kind of vibes. We got a band now.
Early night.
No one's on the drums yet. I'm hoping we can get Max Weinberg.
Oh shit.
He's not doing anything.
Yeah, but probably trying to stay alive. He's probably old as shit, right?
Pretty old, yeah.
Hey,
if
Can we get Max Weinberg and Kevin Eubanks?
Oh, Kevin, you hear about this? You hear about this, Kevin? I think
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
Who was Letterman's guy?
Paul Schaefer.
Oh yeah,
Schaefer. He fucked
yeah.
him, right?
Schaefer,
Cheated on his wife with him, right?
Who? What?
Letterman? Wasn't he banging around on his wife?
Who?
Paul's wife? No way. He would never.
You remember the idea?
I thought it was that guy.
Remember the idea that we had for the early morning show?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we did a really good job of coming up with ideas and then nothing happened. So I kind of forgot about it.
It was weird because we pitched it and then it just sort of like, here we are.
Yeah.
Whoa, we could do that.
Yeah, we have to think of another name because we can't use.
We can't call it Face Jam
AM.
Why
it was
not?
Face
Why
Jam
can't we?
AM in the morning.
Why can't we call it that?
Like the show to wake up
In the
to.
morning show.
That's how we bring Face Jam.
To wake up to.
We own that.
We
Who
do
cares?
own it.
Of course we could call it
I had
that.
to sign it over to the company. I had to do paperwork and everything.
Yeah, now we do own it.
Yep.
You had to sign
Not
it
just
over?
Eric.
They had to sign it over.
No. They signed it over to me. I owned.
Eric had it for a little
I
bit.
You're talking about
personally,
this company.
I
Yeah.
personally owned Face Jam
I
for
see.
a number of weeks.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I was just like, Eric, sign this.
And then,
sign this paper. Sign this paper.
It was weird. Jordan kept going, I need you to sign this. I need you to sign it now. Stop what you're doing. Sign this. Sign this.
And I kept saying, take your time. It's fine. Chill out. Let's go eat at Subway.
Oh, my God.
Which is crazy because today we're reviewing Subway footlong dippers.
And boy, did we dip them.
Michael dipped him all the way to the back of his fucking throat.
Dippery do. I dippery did.
So I'm throwing out the script
Whoa!
for this episode
How will you know what to say?
because line.
It was an ordeal.
Oh, because it was an ordeal.
He wrote that ahead of time.
He knew. He just had a feeling.
Everything that I worry about that is going to happen happened.
And it's not just the restaurant because it started the moment we met up.
You know, normally we'll say like what we talked about in the ride along. Couldn't even scratch the
we
surface.
just
Could
kept going.
not.
We have to talk about it on the show.
Because it was not a long enough drive.
Yeah.
And there's no way we weren't going to rant about it. But I will say,
It primed us good, though.
you do get the unbridled rage from Eric freaking
It's still-
out.
it's
like
still
we
raw.
just left the Subway and he's just going, ah! Like in the car.
I can't fucking believe it.
It's fucking insanity.
So it's Subway. We decided
fresh.
we got to go see the boss. The last time we ate at Subway, we went to the boss's Subway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
it's
so it was
unfamiliar.
it was like a half ordeal where we were trying to get all three of the sidekicks.
Yes.
The boss's place only had two.
Yes.
And we had to go to another restaurant
And-
to get the third one.
And he told us, he's like, dude, I don't know if anyone's going to have them.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then Gracie was
freaking over
not
a pretzel,
okay
'cause
with
his
that.
pretzel
Yeah.
they didn't have.
Yeah, Gracie whipped out the phone immediately, started calling, and then they didn't answer. So it was like, I'm going to do an online order. They have them. They have them. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, and we kept saying they're not going to be there
Uh-huh.
when we get there.
And they were.
They
We
were there.
Walked
Yeah.
in, grabbed the
They
thing.
were waiting too.
Had a
Yeah.
great
To
time.
go
It was
thing.
it was so easy.
I'll tell you this.
Uh-huh.
I remember thinking this. I didn't say it, but I was like, next time we eat Subway, this won't happen again. There's no way this will happen.
You know what, Jordan? It didn't.
It kind of
was-
So
did.
it
we
was
go
much
to
worse.
the
It
boss's
kinda did.
Subway. No signage on the outside.
Which is further, by the way,
Yes.
than the Subway that's right nearby.
In the
Which,
ride
if you
along,
wanted
you'll
to
see
the
we
boss,
drive by the
We
Subway
drive-
we could have
we
gone to.
drive
It's
by
like
a
2 minutes
Subway.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we try to go to the boss's Subway. Walk in, no signage. Nothing on the wall, nothing.
We're
And
Never a
so-
bad
and
sign,
I
but
just
also
went-
that's just how the boss rolls.
But
That's
it does
it.
happen sometimes.
It does.
And we're
It
talking
does.
about the boss's Subway, that Subway, not Bruce Springsteen.
No.
Who
Yeah,
sings
he-
for Max
he would-
Weinberg,
yeah,
the
he would-
lead of the E Street Band.
Whoa! You hear about that?
Yeah.
Who's on the
yeah.
drums? Thanks,
Damn.
Max.
So walk in. There's the boss. There's the fucking boss. Saw him right there. Had his glasses on. Walked in.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, boss? What do you need, man? Hey, man, you got the footlong dippers? No, we don't have them
Yeah.
at all, man.
And then he followed up
Maybe
with,
later this week.
What even are they?
Yeah, what are they, though?
He asked me what they were.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're like these roll up
And he's like,
things.
that?
He's like
Yeah,
that.
he points to some wraps, and I'm like,
you're
they're
like,
kind of smaller than
it's
that.
kinda like that.
And I'm like, do you think, because
no.
we've been in this situation in specific before, do you think that other Subways will have it, the boss? I don't know, man. It all depends on like when their deliveries are. Our delivery is supposed to be like later today or tomorrow. So I don't know.
It'll be later this week.
But like, I don't know. And
He
I'm like,
doesn't know.
and I just said, hey, we might be back, but we're gonna go try to figure it out.
Oh, shit. I should get this spam.
Boom. So, all right. We walk out. Nick goes, we could just eat here, and it's fucking Cece's
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah, he did say, he said
Time
we
to
could
pivot to
pivot.
CC's.
We could pivot.
I didn't break stride. I wasn't going to listen. And then he just went, I'm helping.
First of all, though.
And
first of all,
it's important to remember at this point, Eric's already mad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You've jumped the gun, by the way.
yeah.
Livid.
You've jumped the gun, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Because you went right to the subway.
Uh-huh.
You were already
Because it
mad
did
about the
start.
gate not being open,
Yeah.
which is before
I'm mad about the gate not being open.
Yeah.
Pressing the call button not being answered. Calling the phone number I'm supposed to call not being answered. Pressing the button again, calling the number again,
But-
not being answered.
But
over
I
and
did
over.
say,
Yeah, and
ha.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
don't worry. I just
I-
said park around this corner, and Nick gave a thumbs
Thumbs
down,
Yeah.
and then
And
put
then
a
he-
thumbs up, which was immediately met by me and Jordan giving it a thumbs down.
Yeah, and then I was driving and I just saw a flurry of activity, so I just did haha.
Yep.
sure
And then Eric immediately replied. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's a laugh and a half."
Yeah.
And if I weren't driving, I would have replied, "No, it's 2 full laughs." That's what I thought, but I was being safe.
It's the thing where this is why we've been just borrowing spaces and using stuff that we know we have access to. Because when we control the in and out, I don't have to deal with other people
Right.
and all this stuff.
Oh, burger. He said burger. Yeah.
In-N-Out
In-N-Out
burger.
Oh, got it. And thank you. And the problem with this is
You're at the mercy
beholden.
of someone
I'm beholden
else,
to
yeah.
people, and we're renting it. It costs money to rent it. and
Which, when
everything,
you're
and
producing something and spending money, is the most stressful thing.
let me show up early. Let me get all this stuff coordinated, so that way when all the talent shows up, everything's set and settled.
Whoever they are.
Fuck. I let them know the plan. It's fine, whatever. And when that happened, I just went, we're gonna park around here. We're gonna get in the car. We're just
you
gonna
should
go.
have seen how mad I got.
He was so good. I parked, and then Eric pulled up next to me in the
Right.
street, and I rolled my window down, and he rolled his window
And
down,
you kinda just
and he's
stared
like,
at
"What's
each
up?"
other?
I'm like, "Nothing." And he's like, "Get in." And I didn't realize you guys were in the car already.
Well,
and that was
see, what
supposed to be
happened was,
jump out and jump in. Let's go.
I
was
tried
like, wow,
to roll
he's
the
really
window
raring to
down
go.
in the back because we left the front for you. I tried to roll it down in the back, and like, here's what I think happened. Eric was fighting to roll down the other window, so I'm rolling down my window so you can see us back there, and then it starts rolling up.
I
and,
was like-
I look at Nick and I go, Eric doesn't want me to roll.
I just
roll down
thought,
the
why is
window.
he stopping in the middle of the street? And I was like, oh, I didn't realize this was me. Get in.
Then you got out of your car, started getting in. I went, your window's down, and you went, yes, it is.
Which is a double whammy because it's open for someone either A, to steal my one wheel, or B, to steal the unopened handle of vodka in the car, which is two very different types of people.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I feel like
But you could
a
get
great
double hit.
Double hit.
Yeah.
dude.
Yep.
Yeah, I was talking. Nick and I were watching you like slink back to your car in shame to roll back your window up, and I was like, man, there's no way he could play it off. There's no way you could just be like, yeah, I did it on purpose.
Yep.
But I guess since you pointed it
Well,
out,
I mean, I did do it on purpose to stare at Eric. I just forgot to roll it back up.
Right. The hard part.
Because I was startled by him going, get in. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought we were going in a
right,
building.
you just
And I
sprung
was like,
into action.
oh, okay, yeah.
I also thought we were going in a building.
Right.
Yeah. Imagine how angry I was when I pulled up and there's just some guy sitting in front of the driveway. And I can't even. I was like, I
was
want
he
to get
blocking
it.
the gate?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
I think he had a front row
He
seat.
was in the car with him.
I
He
had
had,
good eyes
he had
on
a
him.
POV.
He was in the car when Meredith was hit. Were you driving?
The problem with the boss's Subway is that, like we said, it's not the closest Subway. It's also not the second closest Subway.
No, it's not.
Right.
We went specifically
So,
to the
I
boss's
will
Subway.
say, yeah, at a point where you were already mad, you chose to make that trek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
So
I thought
then-
I thought it was gonna be great for the show. Yeah.
I mean, in
the
a way,
boss.
it was.
Because
It
we were
was
gonna
great
eat
for the
there,
show.
and then we were gonna eat lunch with the boss. I thought it was gonna be fantastic.
He just wanted to hang out with his
This
best friend,
is,
the
and again,
boss.
if you haven't listened to it or forgotten the last time we went there, They like shut the place down when we went. Like it came to a grinding halt. There were like 9 people in line.
3 people.
And they spent
being
40 minutes getting these like cookie
3
things.
stoned guys trying to cook
Yeah, and they're
cookies.
just like,
Hold on, I'll be right with you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put them in the oven.
They were having the time of their lives.
Now, and here's the thing. They were learning how to make these things while we were there doing that. Same thing happened to the second Subway that we went to, where they were also learning how to make these things, not having fun.
no.
Yeah, no, the vibe was definitely different with the staff. That
There was
worked there.
one person in front of me when I went to order. I walked up and I said, "Hey man, do you have those the dippers?" And he went, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Great." It's the 3 of them. He's like, "Yeah, the cheese, the chicken and cheese, and the pepperoni."
Well, you asked how many there are.
Yes.
And he listed 3 of them. And you go, okay, so there are 3 of them.
So there are 3 of them.
And the guy didn't want to answer the question.
He
for some
didn't want to
reason.
work at Subway. So I just go, "Great." And he's like, "Cool. So like, which one?" And I went, "I'm actually going to get 4 of each. You need to watch the video version of the show for what he did, because it was this." I said, "I'm going to get 4 of each." And he went, his face told a tale, a frown from the Subway worker.
He's just like, this is not going to be good.
The other 2 people working, and I'm putting that in hard quotes, at that Subway,
They were employed.
right, they were holding on to the sinking ship, and this guy was struggling to keep it afloat.
Throwing the water out.
First guy doesn't want to be working there.
Yeah.
That's fine. I get it. He doesn't want to take my
Filled with
order.
hate.
Hateful all the way.
It's
So
like
Did
the
not- was not happy.
anti-boss.
Yes.
He was like the captain, but of a pirate ship.
Yep. Second guy went, "Oh, I gotta learn how to make these." All right, and then he's
Better
asking the guy how to do it.
attitude.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of being like, it's like, what an interesting
Did
challenge
not-
for me to
Right.
face.
Yeah. Did not seem like he retained anything that was told to him at any given moment, at any given point, because he kept going, "This is pepperoni," and the guy went, "Yeah, there's 6 pepperonis on each one," and he went, "Okay." It's you line them up.
I'm already cringing.
And it was like, this
Already.
is the guy who just doesn't want, he's like, fuck, just lining them up. The third guy who is at the register, what the fuck?
He was on another planet.
Jesus Christ.
and Michael would know because he had to deal with all 3 of them as
Oh
well.
my God.
Because he wanted to get a sandwich himself.
Now, why did you get a sandwich, Michael?
So I got a sandwich. I walked in. I was fiddling in the car for a
Yes.
minute while you were doing that. And so I came in and Nick's like, "Ee!" like thumbs up, like, "Oh, they have it." And so I sat down and I'm like, how much? I'm fucking hungry. How much food are we getting? What's the situation here? And he goes, and I know what they are. I saw little pictures. They're little thin, little wrap rolls. They're dippers for dipping in the sauces they come with. And I'm like, how many are we getting? And Nick goes, 1 of each. And I'm like, oh fuck, that's not a lot
I
at all. Now he's understanding.
Now he
I don't
gets it.
understand.
We
how
had
he
the
gets
same
it.
conversation
We had this
at
conversation already.
Subway.
Yeah, we already had this conversation. And I go, and I'm like,
Do you
that's
work
it?
at Subway?
And I go, he could.
This is, honestly,
hey,
the
this
Subway
guy fits the mold.
This guy works at a Subway.
You could be number 4. So I'm like,
You could be back there going like,
I go,
sauces.
I'm like, that's not a lot of food at all. Which sometimes on the show, it's just like that's the specialty food and that's it.
Yeah.
And like it's like, oh, it's not that much food, so we'll get extra food. And I just assumed it was one of those situations. It's also early.
Yeah.
It's like 11:15. And so I wasn't gonna be like, oh, we should get more. I'm just like, oh, 1 of each. That's not that much. And Nick goes, what is he? He's like, oh, they're 400 calories. And in my head, yeah, 400 calories each. I'm like, 1,200 calories between 4 people is 300 calories.
Now, see, if you had said
Like-
that out loud,
Like,
Nick
I
would
did
be
the
like,
math in my
huh?
head, and then he goes, you'll be almost full. And I'm like,
I think I said that. I think I said you'll be close to not being hungry.
I was just like, no, I'll definitely be hungry. I'm gonna get a sandwich. And at this point, he was already waiting at the register, and he looked like he wanted to blow his brains out.
Oh, I got some great pictures.
Yeah. So I was just
He's
like,
not
fuck
wearing a
this.
hat today, so it was really hard to tell the signs. And then,
and then
you
the
saw the
signs came,
signs.
and then he's going
yeah.
like this.
It just
So
started
I was
going.
like, all right, let me hop in line, get this thing ordered.
There
So-
are 2 people behind me before you get in line.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I'll get this, so we're not waiting. Because we're eating here. I'm sure I'll have time.
Efficient.
I'm just gonna get 1 simple sandwich.
Uh-huh.
And so I hop in line, and there's 2 people in front of me, and it's like 5 minutes before they even take the order of the person, 2 people in front of
And
me.
at this point, Eric's still waiting.
I don't know
to
what's
check
going on.
out.
I'm watching him stand there forever, right? And I think they were also doing like a mobile order, so they were making shit for people that weren't there,
Sure.
which is why it was taking longer. And so they're waiting forever. Finally, the guy first up, he's giving him his order. And I'm standing there. He's still standing there. I'm just looking at you, and I'm looking at him. I'm just smiling at you, watching you just take pictures of Eric.
I was like,
And
you were
and
like,
he's just getting fucking mad, and like it's just I'm just going, what is taking so long? And then Eric's looking at me. And at one point I go, don't look at me. I'm over here. I'm just standing over here. I'm not doing nothing.
You did a great job of being over there because
just over there.
I kept looking at you and your shark bite hat, and you were going,
Huh? Yeah. I shark bit my hat. But so then I don't know if it was after the woman in front of me was finally giving her order, or it was like still the other guy was going on. But the guy at the register who didn't know what the fuck was going on was over in the corner now by me, and he just keeps talking about the dippers, and he's like, we need 6 more dippers or something, like 6 more dippers or whatever. And I literally thought in my head, I was like, oh, I guess people are getting dippers. People are getting more dippers. The pissed off guy is fuming about it, and he's just like, "Argh!" And so they have like it's like a real weird like wrap thing that they gotta like, it's flat, and then they fold it in half, and then they roll it or whatever. And they're spending minutes prepping these things. They're spending minutes, and you're over there just waiting forever and ever and ever and ever.
and they haven't gotten to you yet.
No. And finally, at one point, I think the pissed off guy asks him like, well, how many do we need or whatever? And essentially he tells him like your order, and he goes, we already have those. We made those already. And so like they were all more for you. They were just
so he was gonna double your
and it's
order.
also why you were waiting for the food that was already done.
I saw it happen.
Because he just thought there were more. He didn't know how many you ordered. So all that time you spent standing there, it was the guy thinking he was about to make more wraps, and he didn't.
Wow.
And then the guy went back to the register to you, and the other guy, dude, he was like muttering something. He's like, motherfucker. And he just takes like all the wraps and like goes in the back room and like takes them away. And I'm just like, oh, that's why he was waiting so long.
Oh my god.
So then he goes over to you, and you're finishing up your business. They finally get to mine. I'm just like, dude, foot long salami and cheese. Yep. It's plain as can be.
Just those 2.
That's it, dude. And they're like, okay, cool. I'm watching the things go down the line. They're going down the line. I see a flurry of activity from you guys, which we'll get back to in a second over at the table.
Right. Nick and I were having our own adventures.
There's a whole thing going on. The first guy had 2 sandwiches, and I don't remember exactly what was transpiring, but they fucked up the toppings like twice on it. And then they're like fixing it or whatever. And then the woman in front of me had 2 sandwiches. And
I saw this happen. Oh, yeah.
And he goes, she orders one, and they're doing like the dressings, the toppings and shit, like the lettuce and whatever you want. And I don't know if he fucked up both of them or it was just the second one, but I know for a fact the second one, he goes, what do you want on this one? And she's like, I want this, 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 and this. It was like 4 things. And he goes, well, tell me what you don't want. And I'm just like, and I'm just like, there's not that many. There's like 10 options. And she listed 4. And so then she goes, I don't want this, 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 and this. Like it wasn't nearly enough to want. And he wasn't saying it like to be a dick. He was just like, oh, it'll be easier. It was not easier.
It was not easier.
It was not easier. So now he's trying to think.
The making simple things more complicated.
He's just putting on the things that she said she didn't want, and he's doing that. And then he goes, anything? He's like, that's it? Anything else? And she's like, yeah, these 2 other things that I asked for. Yeah. Like he didn't finish putting it on. He's like, oh, right. Puts those on. And then he goes, do you want any sauce? And she wanted like something in mustard. I don't remember what it was. Like a chili thing.
Hummy and mustard?
It wasn't hummy mustard. It was regular mustard. It was something in mustard. He goes, got it. Mayo all over the top. And she just goes, nope. And he's just staring at it. And he's just looking at it like, oh. Because it's a fully made sandwich. There's 8,000 toppings on it.
I'm not going to do it again.
And he's just staring at it though. And she just goes, you just scrape it off. It's fine. Just scrape it off. I don't like mayo. It's fine. And so he scrapes off. Dude, I will say, takes a little knife. He gets 90% of it off, right? And she, as soon as he does that, she goes, that's fine. That's good enough. Just ignores her. And he's like taking off like an olive has like a molecule of mayo, and he's like taking it off. And she just goes, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And he just keeps going. She's like getting aggravated. She's like, it's fine. And he's like, And I think he said something like, no, you'll get what you want. I'll make it what you want. And she's like, I fucking want you to finish the fucking sandwich. So as this is happening, I'm looking like, oh, where's my sandwich? And I look over, I go, oh, cool, it's toasted. I didn't ask for it to be toasted. That's great. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake, dude. Why? Like, and then as I'm looking at that, the guy next to me, like behind me now, is ordering, and I hear the pissed off guy who's the one that toasted it goes, toasted or not? And the guy's like, no. I'm like, well, you fucking ask me if I want to toast it, motherfucker. Why the fuck? What the fuck? So now I'm pissed. Finally get down the line, right? I just get my lettuce and I had the middle guy at that point. The guy who was happy to be there.
Yeah.
So you get lettuce and onions, olive vinegar. We're good. Moving down. Back to the other guy who doesn't know what dimension he's in. He's at the register. And he goes,
This is a Subway guy.
and literally he goes, the other guy's like, oh, you ring him up. And he's like, what is it? And I go, it's salami and cheese, extra cheese. And he's like, okay, dude, he is looking on the computer for 3 minutes. Like, I'm not exactly, like, and he's just going, am I crazy? Where's salami? Where is it? And he's just beeping. And that was at one point I just turned around and I looked at you. And I just looked back and I'm just like, it's somewhere. But like he was doing nothing to solve it. And I'm just thinking, maybe ask somebody. Like maybe ask one of the other people. But like, I think maybe he doesn't want to because
I wouldn't want to.
He's gonna get yelled at.
He should get yelled at.
Well, by the mean guy, the angry guy.
Looking for
Oh my god.
ever. And I'm just like, look, I'm not gonna step into this, but like I know enough. Like even going to Jersey Mike's, they don't have salami. You just put it as ham.
Yep.
I was gonna say
It's a meat. It's a standard, non-expensive meat, right? Because you know, like you get into like cheesesteak, that costs more.
Subway
sometimes.
corporate ain't
Every
gonna
goddamn
care.
meat is the same price. Pepperoni, ham, turkey. It doesn't fucking matter. It's a fucking meat. Just mark the extra cheese. But you know what? I'm staying out of this.
Oh, absolutely.
And so at Jersey Mike's, I've done it before where I'll go, usually this market is ham. And then the guy will go, oh, okay. And I'm like, not today. I'm not doing it here. And I'm just waiting.
You don't want to make things worse
looking.
somehow.
It would make it worse.
Yeah.
Ever, dude. Forever. Finally, he asks. And he just goes, he's like, do we not have salami on here? And the guy just goes, no, just put it as 23.
What the fuck?
He's like yells. He's like, it's just a 23.
What the fuck? How many times do I have to tell you once?
Dude. He marks it up and then he's like, oh, just a sandwich. I'm like, for the love of Christ. Just this. Oh, he also did the thing. He's like, all right, just go ahead and pay whenever. And I'm looking at the screen and it's not ready.
Nope.
You know what it'll say? Like you have to wait for the price to show up.
It says
And
like,
hey,
hey, do the rewards.
Do the
whatever.
rewards or
Yep.
whatever. And it's that. And he's just staring at it. I'm just staring at him. And he's like waiting for me to pay. And I just go, it's not. Like, he has nothing to do.
You got to do something.
There's
gotta
a
hit
button that
or
has to be
something.
pushed,
Yeah.
dude. There's a button that has to
It
be
ain't
pushed.
happening.
We haven't started anything yet.
Nope.
And we're 22 minutes in.
Guys, you already know we love Shady Rays, which is why we're excited that they're offering you their best deal. Head to shadyrays.com and use code EAT for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses.
That, you know what? That's the easiest promo code we've ever had.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love Shady Rays, and I love that you just type EAT.
And it's for 2 or more pairs, which is great because there's so many pairs of Shady Rays that I have and I want more.
I do want more.
We were looking at the website earlier and going through and picking out more that we want to get. I have the Aviator crossovers in black and they are killer. I love these. Wear them all the time. I think I'm probably wearing them in every ride-along.
I think every ride-along we're all
Jordan,
wearing.
are these the Aviators or the Navigators?
These are Navigators.
Dude, I
Yours are
have
the orange.
I have like
Mine are
5
like
different
black
color
gold.
Navigators. I have like 2 Aviators, and you go, oh, we have Shady Rays ads. Do you want more? I'm like, yeah, of course I want more.
And if Michael's talking about how many we've gotten, just know there's no risk when you shop. Their team always has your back with personal and fast support. If you don't love your shades, exchange them for a new pair or return worry-free within
worry-free.
30 days.
I'll admit, I've lost some Shady Rays in the past, but with their risk-free, worry-free replacements, I got the same pair.
I've said this before. I don't get it.
Yeah.
They're just like, you buy our sunglasses. If you break them or lose them, we'll give you more sunglasses.
Yep.
And I'm going, I don't know how that's a good business model, but it's great for the consumer.
Yeah,
it's literally worry free. You just get new sunglasses.
Every pair from Shady Rays is backed by lost or broken replacements. Shady Rays, an independent sunglasses company offering a world-class product rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. That's almost half of the amount of people that listen to this podcast.
No, it's not. It's probably way less than that,
No,
dude.
no, we need to like kind of bolster our numbers. Like,
Why?
you know,
Well,
like, really good stuff.
they're already sponsored us.
Oh,
They love us.
that's right.
We love Shady Rays.
And we love Shady Rays. That's why
loves us.
That's why we're wearing Shady Rays all the time. They're the best
There's
sunglasses.
no video, but you are waving the
I am.
sunglasses over your head
It's
right
very
now.
true. Very true. Jordan, tell these people where they can get them.
Go to shadyrays.com and use code EAT for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. That's code EAT, E-A-T. And you can eat and leave no crumbs at Shady Rays.
Okay.
Slay.
So
We
finally,
have more
finally,
stories.
I know.
Yeah, not
Finally,
even done.
finally, I pay for the fucking thing, and I turn out and I sit down, and I'm like, wow, what an ordeal! And I experienced all of it, and, and I know everything that's happening. And you're like, no, you don't. And Nick's just like, motherfucker, motherfucker.
All of the anger that I had in me from every debacle to that point until we had the food in hand and I sat down, all of that anger that I had was immediately transferred into Nick. It was a ghost.
you exhaled
that
a ghost
flew out of me and into Nick because we didn't get sauce. Now, here's the thing. There are 4 different sauces with these dippers. Yeah. You dealt with the people who work there.
Yeah.
I was asking that last guy for sauce. Do you know what I was met with?
Was he looking for a button?
He was
Stonewall.
I think he was on my face somewhere as he stared. Yeah, that's like Chipotle. Like there's like a Chipotle mayo. Can I get like 3 of those? I think there's like a sriracha one. Yeah, there's supposed to be sauces. Do you guys have the sauces?
Hold on, dude. You need 6 more wraps still.
Dude, yes! Jordan, I think that's what happened. When I asked for sauces, it made him go, oh my God, they need 6 more wraps. So when I came back with these things and no sauces, and Nick is furious, I just told him, you do it. Nick
got up,
stormed over to the front, stood there, was looked at by the guy who worked there, who immediately turned around and left.
The boss would never.
No!
I'll say that right now.
We could have been eating lunch with the boss.
I sat down and Nick's just like, this is fucking bullshit.
They're called dippers.
This is fucking bullshit. And I was like, what is happening here? What is going on?
Nick kept taking,
and he was pissed.
Nick kept taking bites and going, tastes like midnight at my parents' house.
It's so dry, so dry.
He took a bite, he goes, dry.
Yeah, it was just cutting remark after cutting remark at the Subway 4 feet from the employees.
It literally is like the counter's here and the table was here. It was like as far away as Nick is right now.
It is,
It's like right to the camera.
Yep.
But like,
we were just waiting to get out of
Nick's
there.
a little
'cause we had
sauce
to
freak.
eat in front of them, so we were
Dude.
just like, we gotta get out of here so
Nick's
we
a
can
little
start venting.
He's a little sauce freak where he's like, oh, I need the sauce. Oh, I need the sauce. This was straight up like, fuck this place. Fuck this place. I'm like, yo, quiet down, calm down. He's
and
like, no, fucking, what the fuck? They're fucking dippers. They're called dippers. They're all fucking dippers.
So Eric also
Never
got,
happened at CC's.
Eric got four fountain drinks as well.
Thought about the drinks.
So Nick and I, like,
Also, I heard him because I was standing in line when he ordered them, and he literally is like, I want to get 4 drinks. Can I get the drinks?
Right.
Because the entire top is off of the soda fountain, and there's a
there's a
guy
ladder.
on a
There's a guy,
ladder,
like, inside
and he's
of it.
inside of it, and the guy at the register is like, and I don't know if he had an answer.
oh, the guy got off the ladder. He goes, it's on.
And then the guy, the fucking space cadet at Subway, said, all right, yeah, that's customer says he loves you for it.
What the fuck?
And I just looked at that guy and then the guy who was working on it, and I went,
Dude, also, I forgot. I don't know if you heard him.
You went, I don't.
I don't know if you heard him. It was right when I got in line. I heard that same guy. He goes, wow, I've never seen it this busy so early.
oh, is there a convention in town?
Yeah, he goes, I've never seen
Yeah,
it.
by the
The
Walmart.
other guy's just going, motherfucker.
He's this close to burning the whole place down.
Hey, do you remember when we got there and we thought the thing we were going to talk about that we haven't talked about was the chicken bones in the parking lot?
Yes. I will say, like
Dude,
I said,
totally forgot about
we
the chicken
walked in.
bones.
We walked in. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta
Did
go
you
back
get a picture
out
of the
to
chicken
car.
bones?
Oh, dude, I
Okay,
took
good,
a picture
good.
and he already took a picture.
Good.
I walked out to the car because it was on your side
Yes,
when you got out. And I got out and I went, what the fuck? And there's just chicken bones
Just
all over the
all
fucking parking
over
lot.
the place.
Like right outside the car.
There's not a place that sells chicken
No,
nearby.
And then Nick, we got out of the car. Nick looks at them and looks at me, and I hadn't seen him, and he just went, not 100% eat. And I went, what the fuck are you talking about? and then he just goes, chicken bones. And it was like,
This is fucking
like a rich
fucking chicken
like,
dude, and they are clean
Yes.
off.
yeah.
like
yeah.
a ritual.
Yeah.
Like a ritual had occurred
Like, it
in the
looks
subway
like
parking lot.
season 1 True Detective shit.
absolutely.
Dude,
Yeah.
it looks like Nick got out of the car and brushed his lap off. And then, like all the chicken bones fell. They're so close to your car.
And there are
They're
so
just like,
many.
"Ah."
There were so many.
Let's hold on to these.
That was the thing where I'm like, oh, this will be a fun episode because this is already kind of a debacle, and then the chicken bones.
I walked back in. I was like, dude, there's chicken bones everywhere. And she was like, what? I'm like, there's chicken bones all outside the car. And Eric's like, oh, I got pictures. I was like, oh, I got pictures too.
This has been going for almost half an hour. There's.
It was insane. It was fucking crazy. I'm really
there's-
glad that we didn't even try to talk about this on the ride along
Yeah.
because
There's no way
we'd
we
be
could
sitting
have.
outside
Yeah.
in the parking lot as the gate's closing and we couldn't get in.
I have more shit I want to say about it too, but we got to get to the facts. We have to learn about Subway.
All right,
We'll
let's
take
fact it
we'll
up.
take a pause for a second. Oh, by the way, I didn't eat my sandwich.
Oh.
So my extra sandwich I got after I realized I didn't need because we actually got 12 of the
Yeah.
goddamn things.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to eat this on the Michael Jordan podcast.
Now here's the thing: if you're watching this now, it already came out, so
Okay.
people will see you eat that.
Well, what's nice too is it works out because it'll be cold like I want it.
Yay! Cold and crunchy.
Oh, that's right. They were really doing you a
Yep.
favor.
Let's learn about Subway.
Our last Subway episode as Face Jam was February 13th, all right before Valentine's Day, 2024, where we ate Subway sidekicks. They received an average rating of 60.
Yep.
So we went
Which
to
is
the
where
boss's.
the boss was.
Yes.
We went to the boss's Subway about 5 months ago.
Yeah.
And he didn't remember us.
Fucked
Yeah,
up.
Jordan was upset by that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Sorry.
If you said,
I don't get it.
if you walked in and said, "Hey, remember us? We were the sidekick guys."
Oh, he would have remembered. He would've
Probably, yeah.
remembered.
We had,
or
like-
if we walked in, he was like, "Yo, Gracie,
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
That's
yeah.
what would have
we
happened.
got the pretzels now."
Did you
Yeah.
bring the ice
You want a
cream?
pretzel?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that also reminds me, real quick. I'm waiting in line to make my sandwich, like for having them assemble it, and the guy behind me comes up and he's like, "Hey, what can I get for you?" He's in this Subway, the hell that we just described. Why would you ever want to be there? It's the worst place on earth. He walks in and goes, "Just want a pretzel." That's it.
No.
He just ordered a single
You
pretzel.
should have turned around and been like, go back.
Dude,
now.
a single
It's not
fucking
too late.
pretzel. I was just like, "Ugh."
He's about to eat the driest pretzel of his life.
it's like-
have to wait
it's
30
literally
minutes
like
for a
those-
pretzel.
It's like with no sauce. It's like those people I talked about that'll like wait forever at McDonald's and get a drink.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have one Coke.
Yep.
And then they leave.
I'm fine. I'm fine waiting.
Crazy. All right. Subway's original location, called Pete's Super Submarines, opened in 1965 and sold subs for only 69 cents each. Now the foot-long number 20 Elite Chicken and Bacon Ranch costs $12. Bibe inflation. First the debate, and now this. Facepalm black and white emoji. Wake me up when it's 2028.
This was before more Supreme Court rulings, so now I don't even know if you should wake me up. We
Yeah,
just
right.
might be done.
Yeah.
They say boogers are good for you now.
Just Samuel Alito said it's actually good and smart to eat boogers.
Yeah. If the president says it, it's law.
You're welcome.
They don't know what we're talking about. River Sub, a Central Texas franchise group that owns 69 Subway restaurants, nice, filed for bankruptcy in June of this year. The filing comes after they lost a $3 million wrongful death lawsuit case where one of their employees was killed on site,
God.
but claimed that the bankruptcy is due to market saturation. Market saturation is an insane claim when you own 69 Subways, but yeah, at least you don't have to pay that employee's family. Companies are good people.
Emphasis on people.
That's
because
right.
the Supreme Court
Yeah, that's right.
decided.
Samuel Alito said Subways is people.
How was
Subways is
he
people.
killed?
It
Yeah, what
was
happened?
so there was an assistant manager. This is all in like San Antonio. They're like a Central Texas. They own all of these in like
Do they own the one we went to?
probably.
Do they still own it? I guess
You
it's
should
my
let
question.
them know. You should let them know.
So she had said, "Hey, my ex-boyfriend has been like stalking me," and then
Oh, fuck.
and then the owners and like the franchisee group, they're like, "Pff, it's fine." And then
Just come to work.
and that's exactly what they told her, and that's exactly what she did. And then she was shot and killed at Subway. So so her family sued, and they went, "You knew about this, and you did nothing about it."
Yeah.
And the judge went, "You owe them $3 million."
Oops,
and
we're bankrupt.
And that's exactly what they just went. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Little us? Oh no!
We're a Subway. It's
Uh-oh.
market
We're only this
saturation.
big.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Market saturation of our own doing
That's
because
exactly-
we own
yes.
69 Subways.
Yep. Fuck.
Next.
Next.
So they got the money though?
No, this just happened like last week.
Man,
So
hot
they're
off
in
the
the process of
Don't
potentially
worry.
closing.
Don't worry. The Supreme Court will straighten this out.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Evolve, the company behind gun detection technology used in subways,
Can I stop you right there?
Hang on, no,
I just
we
got
have
a
to get
quick
through.
question.
Hang on.
We need to get through the facts.
is
All right.
being investigated by the SEC and the FTC for allegedly making misleading statements about what its technology can do.
Hey, can I
Well,
stop you
yeah,
quick? I have a
tell
quick
that
question.
to fucking River Sub, dude. Look at the mess you got them into. Throw the book at these guys and a few $5 tuna melts for good measure.
Jordan, what question might you have?
Why does the Subway need the gun detection technology?
Well, what I've learned after doing more research and writing this fact is that it was for Subways in New York and not the restaurant, just the Subway system.
do you have a confession to make right now? Did you just so you googled?
I thought it was weird when I read more articles about it. It was like Mayor Eric Adams says that he can't believe what's going on, and I went, about why did Subway hire
he
him?
went to that Burger King.
Yeah,
I was like,
right?
oh, yeah, that's true. Well, that's where they needed it. I was like, man, just Subway's doing that? What is
That's
it?
what, again,
What
I'm
is
like,
it?
this is crazy.
What is it, like an Easy Pass
Yeah.
thing? Like it just beeps at the door? 'Cause
No gun.
I'll be honest, I didn't even notice it.
Nuh-uh. And so I was like, wow, this is pretty crazy. And then I found out after I did all this, I just went,
It was Subway with a little S.
yeah.
It's like how even if you
What's MTA stand
Yeah,
for? Who cares?
even if you ignore the confusing it with the wrong Subway thing, how would you ever think this is a real thing that's in Subways?
Well, I couldn't.
Well, our last fact had to do
that's
with-
why.
Well, like remember when you walk into the Subway and you go through the metal room,
Right.
And then you walk into the every Subway's built like
Well,
that.
that's what I
didn't know
figured,
why.
that they're being sued by the SEC and FTC for false claims, so they didn't even get to put these things in all the Subways.
I see.
And
Right,
they-
they've been trying to.
right, but it's a different. Again, I want to be really, really clear for everyone listening at home. Different Subway.
So we
little
got we
S.
got 4 Subway facts and 1 Subway fact.
This
Yeah.
is like it's like that technology with like the blood reading.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Theranos shit.
Yeah, Theranos. Was there Elizabeth?
Make
sure there are no guns inside the
have a confession. I sound like this.
Sugar. I'm pregnant again.
It turns out you're never gonna believe this. I don't talk like that. Oh yeah, and the blood thing's made up.
Yeah.
I made that up. Thanks for the $80 billion.
Last fact.
It's a long one.
Yep.
To celebrate, quote, World UFO Day,
UFO.
this year, a Subway in Dallas delivered orders via drones, specifically
UFOs.
orders of their ultimate footlong offering that consisted of a footlong cookie and a footlong sandwich. So next time hunger strikes, look to the skies to see the Subway UFO drop a sandwich haphazardly on your lawn for some neighborhood cats to get to it before you do, because you're not leaving the house and you're certainly not brave enough to take on those cats. The Subway UFO hovers, watching, judging, like an eye in the sky. The leader of the cats meets eyes with the Subway UFO, and you swear they nod at each other knowingly. You grab your cell phone and start recording a video about how you're being gang stalked. Eat fresh.
You good, man?
I'm just reporting the facts.
And this is before his gang
I know, right?
This is before the gang situation.
This is when he thought this would be the wackiest thing.
And just like that,
Those are the
we're
facts
36 minutes in.
Those are the.
Those are the facts about Subway. We learned a lot about
Dude,
Subway.
can you imagine if we recorded this episode not with air conditioning?
Oh, the back room of
dude.
AAPW?
We would be,
Yeah.
I'd be dead, dude. I would be dead on the ground.
Oh,
I would
man.
be laying down on the floor for sure.
With all the
100%.
energy we're expensing doing this, yeah.
I would just be laying down on the floor, like drunk style. You just got to go let gravity take over.
When we left the Subway and wanted to take pictures,
Oh yeah! What did that guy
what
do?
happened behind us?
I saw something behind me, and I was like, usually, if we're taking a picture and someone I assume is photobombing, I don't look. What happened? Somebody was in the restaurant. how did he know?
All right, that's pretty cool, actually.
The guy.
It looks like I'm looking at him. I
It
cannot
does.
see him.
It
I
looks
cannot
pretty
see
cool.
that guy.
That actually is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
that's the best thing that
imagine
happened in that subway.
he was doing this
Uh-huh.
and like smiling, but imagine if he was doing like the Gracie thing.
Yeah. Oh,
What if he
man,
knew?
dude. Damn.
That's cool.
That would have been awesome.
That guy, that's
All right.
basically like a release form. He consented to be
Oh,
in
yeah.
that photo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because he posed for it. So
He didn't work. He wasn't one of the guys who worked there, right?
No,
He was just
but
fucking around.
boy, he just kept looking at us the whole time we were eating and leaving.
Maybe he's a fan. No, he might be. Maybe he's nervous.
Is it because there's a convention
maybe
in
he
town?
wanted dippers. Maybe
He saw
took
what
all
we
the
got,
dippers.
yeah.
Is there a convention in town?
There's
Dude, yeah.
wow, there's
No.
6 people in this subway.
No, can you just ring up the salami and cheese, you fucking idiot?
dude. I don't know. I'm just thinking again. Just ask somebody. Just ask someone. Just ask someone. Just ask somebody. You don't know. Ask somebody. Ask somebody. And the other thing is like any other halfway decent establishment, someone would have seen this and come over and help.
Well,
yeah.
not the guy who hates.
They didn't give a
The
fuck.
guy who
No.
hates
They
is
didn't
just
give a
like, yeah,
fuck, dude. The
fucking
other guy
drown,
was there,
drown,
looked
die.
over so many times at nothing happening for one sandwich, did not intervene in any way.
No.
Was not like, oh shit,
Yep.
you need help? He just went, not my problem.
Yep.
See, the vibe I got was that like the beard guy was the one in charge.
Uh-huh.
And that like the other two were his henchmen, like friends he hired.
They are. Those are bad henchmen.
Yeah. Well, friends he hired to like, he's like, oh, I can hook you up with a job at the subway. Like,
I don't
that
think
I'm
they're friends
manager
now.
at.
No.
I don't think they're
No,
friends.
I think they might be enemies.
They're definitely not friends.
Guys, that's why you don't work with your friends.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Tough
this
stuff.
doesn't work.
Yeah.
Hey,
This is fun.
We're about 40 minutes in. We should
We're
learn
having
about,
fun.
we should learn about the food.
What else
Yeah.
is to learn?
Someone
What do you
tell.
mean?
Well, someone tell the boss what they
We're
are.
gonna learn about we're gonna learn about so many different
Foot
things.
long
The
drippers.
foot long dippies.
Uh-huh.
Dip your toes into a foot long dipper.
Jingle jangle.
Foot long dippers are served hot, swirling melted cheese and meat and rolled in Subway's soft and bubbly lavash style flatbread.
Thought it said lava-ish for a second.
I thought so too. Did I read all that right?
Yes, that
Okay,
is how.
yeah.
Again,
So
this is directly from their press release.
they're served hot, swirling melted cheese and meat and rolled. 3 mouth-watering varieties: pepperoni and cheese, chicken and cheese, and double cheese.
Hey-o.
I would have called it cheese and cheese.
Wait. What are they served with, Jordan?
Yep.
They're served with one of Subway's 11 signature sauces, like honey mustard, hummy mustard, creamy sriracha, or tangy peppercorn ranch. Footlong fans can choose their own flavor adventure and try all 33 sauce and dipper combinations to find the dip that hits.
Which dip hit?
Yeah, which dip hit for you?
Dude, unlike Wendy's,
He's over
unlike
it. He's
Wendy's,
done.
33 possible flavor combinations.
so mad.
This guy would have dipped each one 11 times.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He would have like
You were
done
like,
the
oh,
math.
okay,
He would have
okay,
before
okay.
he started, he would have sectioned it off into
Yeah.
11 bites so he can do it perfectly.
He also would have remembered his ranking order without writing it down. He would have made a tier list. and that
Instead,
would've
it was
been
easy for you to remember. You got none.
You got 0.
You got fucking none.
want-
This is like the sauciest sauce he could have ever sauced, and they gave us nothing.
I want everyone to know that Nick is sitting with his arms crossed and his hat lower than it's ever been.
Yeah, he's pissed.
It's that you got to pull down your hat so far.
This is how I'm wearing my hat.
Uh-huh.
This is how he's wearing my hat. I'm mad. And he's got his arms crossed and he's rocking back and forth. This is literally what he's doing
This
right
is
now.
this is legitimately maybe one of the worst experiences we've ever had going to get the food.
I think it was a great
I
experience.
thought it was great. Yeah. I
I
thought
didn't say
it was
a good experience.
Yeah,
but
I
it was,
thought
it
it
was a
was
great experience.
I thought it was good for the show.
This is
some
the
of the
kind of
best
juice
stuff for
we
the
need.
show.
No,
Yeah.
this is how we top a Gracie episode. This is the only way to do it.
Much.
This is the only way to do it.
if you getting
him
mad
getting
leads to
so
a good
mad.
episode, oh well.
It's very rare, and not even rare. I may have never seen it before. Him as mad as he was, and then Nick also getting actually mad. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
It was the
before.
transferring of the anger.
It
That
was.
Also
It
was
really.
very
We sat
impressive.
down with the food and I went, I've done it. We did it.
Well,
we
yeah.
can do an episode.
I'll say this: you kind of it wasn't like that. You kind of had to steam off a little bit. You were very quiet.
Yes.
for
Yeah.
about 4 minutes.
Yeah, but it was like you was
And then
like
you
you were,
started talking,
but
and
it
I
was
was like,
like
Eric's
you were
not mad
like
anymore.
Eric was like exhaling his blunt, and Nick was going.
Give me that ghost.
Yeah.
the little
Dude, that's a free hit.
Yeah.
That's a free hit.
Yeah,
He was
don't waste it.
He was getting it. He
Yep.
was taking it.
It's like we're not. This isn't.
And then you
hotboxing.
were like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
The little Gotank's snot ghost that came out of
Absolutely,
right
it is.
into
Yep.
Nick.
Yep. Fuck.
What a little annoying character.
Yep. Hey, there's some
the
press
worst.
material from Subway also.
Quote, Subway's all-new dippers embody the changes that Subway has made over the past few years by elevating our food and guest experience to better meet the needs of today's diner, balancing their love for the iconic footlong alongside our commitment to convenience, crave, and value, said Doug Fry, who used ChatGPT probably, president of Subway North America. Our guests devoured nearly 30 million sidekicks since their debut in January, and they will find all 33 flavor combinations of dippers for $3 to be equally irresistible.
They keep bringing up how many flavors there are.
Dude, he uncrumpled the paper he crumpled in through. Jordan, you were reading that, and he was looking at it, shaking. He was going like this.
Before this all happened, I texted the group and I said, hey, should I just order this online, or do you think that like we'll just go?
Yeah, in the parallel universe where you ordered online, what do you think we talked about for 43 minutes?
Probably the sauce we got.
Chicken bones.
We talked about chicken bones, and we talked about all the flavors of the sauces that were
how good they were.
there.
Yeah. Do you think we would have got them though?
No.
Yeah.
We also probably would have gotten from a different Subway.
Yeah,
Right. So
probably.
then they probably would have had it.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. We probably would have got the sauce. It would have been In-N-Out burger.
The way Subways are everywhere, it really
they are everywhere.
like,
Especially in
again,
Texas.
we passed 3 to go to Subway.
But why is it a crapshoot on what style Subway? Because the one we went to was new and clean. And like what you would say is like, oh, that's like the nice Subway. I never want to fucking go back there. Ever. I don't give a fuck that they have these things. I'll wait for the boss, dude. Get fucked.
I don't
Even
know.
if it's like 2
I don't know.
weeks.
I kind of want to go back.
You're ready to kill you.
I kind of want to go back.
I know what
Nick's going back. Now he's glad that they don't have that gun technology because he's going back with a gun going, give me my fucking sauces. I want 33 flavor combinations or nobody's walking out of here alive.
and then he gets on the Subway and the detects his gun. And he's like, oh shit, I forgot.
Oh no! He's holding all of his dippers. His sauce is spilling everywhere. The gun falls and starts shooting in the air.
Shooting and the sauce falls all over him.
Oh my god, they shot him! No,
he's covered in
it's ketchup.
mustard.
Honey mustard? No.
Hummy mustard.
Just as I suspected. I'm about to blow this case wide open. Bum 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 bum.
Oh fuck. Man.
Okay, so the You Review segment. Which of the Subways?
There's no way it can compete to what we've already reviewed.
What do you mean?
Which one of the Subways are these for?
This is for the boss's Subway.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's gonna be like,
Dude.
great, love the environment. They didn't have anything I wanted, but the boss is super cool. Dude, you gotta go look at the reviews for the one that we.
Oh,
went to.
I'm definitely.
You
going.
gotta look that
Yeah,
up.
please, like supplement us somehow with like a good one.
Maybe we'll
if
do
you
it in the
can.
Michael Jordan podcast. That's fucking crazy.
That one comes out before.
We'll do it. No, we'll do it in the other
the
one.
second. Okay,
It's fine.
all right.
It's all fine.
Programming scheduling on the fly.
Yeah.
All right. Al J.
Okay.
Or AIJ, who knows what this actually says. He says, I ordered online using the app. When I go to pick up, the store is closed. And
Well, actually, he said when I go pick up the store.
oh, when I go pick up, the store is closed. When I go pick up, the store is closed. It actually closed 3 hours before it says on the website and even the store window. I knock on the window and the manager says there's a problem with the app. I tell her it charged my account. This has got to be before the boss.
Yeah, definitely.
She says it will be refunded. She said, if not that night, come back tomorrow and she'll refund me with cash. Oh, sketchy. I return the next day and no refund.
What?
Hang on. It died just now. Hang on.
Oh man, right in the middle of
Right,
this.
dude,
like,
I'm on the edge of my
dude, what's
seat.
gonna happen?
Dude, do you think she got her money back? Do you think that's how the story's gonna end? Do you think she'll go, in summation, I got my money back.
And everything worked out
It
great.
worked out great. I will be absolutely returning to this Subway in the future.
And that's why I
recommending
wrote
it
this
to all my
review.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
5
only-
stars.
You know,
Oh,
people only
silly
write
cable
reviews when
again?
they're happy.
Now he's dangling the cable.
He's doing his cable technique.
It's because sometimes it doesn't sit right. You got to bend it a little bit.
Yeah.
He's using gravity to help the situation.
Go ahead.
All right. Let's see. She said if not that night, come back tomorrow and she'll refund me with cash. I returned the next day and no refund. She made a call to headquarters and they told her my money would be refunded. It's been a week and no refund. It's not the store staff's fault, but I strongly recommend you never order with the app nor website. Not supposed to use nor in that context.
Right.
Subway owes me $22 plus. Subway Corporation is dishonest and has a horrible customer service. 0 stars.
He gave it 1 star.
0 stars, dude.
Well, I
0
mean,
stars.
you can't actually
'Cause
give
you
it
can't-
0
you
stars,
can't
but
give
you
it
can
0.
write 0 stars.
Yeah, you can say I'd give it 0 stars if I could.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
you can't. You can't.
When I go pick up, the store is closed.
When I go pick up the
dude,
stores,
they must be strong.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
And now he's got $22 plus. Tough.
should try calling his bank.
That's
Smart.
actually true.
Smart. Next.
Okay. Chevy G. Terrible service. The guy behind the counter says he is the owner's son. Yelling
The boss has a son?
profanities. Yelling. Maybe the boss is the son.
I think the boss might be the son.
Yelling profanities with children in store. Making special education jokes.
Jesus.
Threatening to kick out customers. Threatening to kick customers out if they had a bad day. The customers or the Subway employees.
Right, yeah.
And demanding his team member to make sandwiches while he converses with friend in store.
Do you think this was reviewed when we were there?
Aside from that, he didn't recognize or listen to anything I ordered. All I wanted was a 6-inch Italian with turkey and American cheese toasted. It took 6 corrections, and I still came out with the wrong cheese. I will never return to the store simply because of the owner's son. I'd give 0 stars if possible. Whoever the owner is, please get a hold of your employees.
Get a hold of control your children.
I'm glad that the Subway we went to didn't kick me out because I was having a bad day.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think that was really
Yeah.
nice.
I
of
think
them.
but I think they'd kick you out because they were having a bad
Oh,
Yeah, I
well,
think
no.
that-
If that was the case, that store would have been closed. That guy with
Now,
the beard.
here's the thing. I'm curious about making special education jokes because what if it was just like, dude, this is like quality of special education at the school's a joke.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like maybe
yeah.
it's
No,
like,
you're right.
That kind of
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. There's no context.
and I will say that sounds more like the boss.
yeah, there's no context
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he would be his friend is a teacher who works really hard.
That's what I
you
say.
know?
Trying to converse and trying to like help them out.
Yeah.
They've been having a bad day.
Yeah.
He was probably talking to an at-risk youth, not a friend. That meanwhile, Chevy comes in.
Yeah.
Chevy,
Right.
Chevy, however
I
you
need
want to say
American
it.
cheese. American cheese.
Also, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Don't get me wrong. They cooked mine, and I didn't want them to, because a flurry of things was happening, and I just missed it.
Yeah.
The cheese and the meat are the easiest part. Where you go, that's wrong.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
It's
they put that
true.
on first. They
Yeah.
literally they get the bread, and then they put the meat on, and they put the cheese, and that's when you go, I don't want that cheese. It doesn't all happen at once.
Right.
That happens. It's very easy to get.
Well, and
the
some
cheese
people
that
will
you
just put a
want.
bunch of mayo on it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Nope.
But that's down the line.
want
though,
that.
Right? Like a cheese. So you put the wrong cheese on, you go, that's the wrong cheese. They take it off. They put it on.
Right.
Mayo,
Oh, yeah.
that's late in the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But that's not the only. There's one more you.
There's
review
one more?
from you guys.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
This is Davin?
Davin or Davin?
I think, let's say Davin. I
Yeah,
don't know.
let's say Davin.
Davin G.
Davin G sounds like Gavin's fake name.
Yeah, right. This is from Davin Gree. Dude, Davin Gree, great Star Wars name.
Big time.
That's a good Star Wars
Yep.
name for sure.
It's Davino.
Davino Gree. He's from the planet Denevo. Only 2 guys working. We were next, but one of the 2 guys who just made a sandwich for a customer decided it was more important to turn the stereo on and then take a pointless call on his cell phone than to help us. We were discriminated against by Subway employees. This was the worst Subway I've ever been to, and it's a complete Mickey Mouse operation.
Boomer.
This location should be shut down.
We were discriminated
Why
against.
do you think they were discriminated against?
Well, because they were taking a pointless call. I'm sorry, the test results have come in. Your son has cancer.
Hey, fuckface! American cheese! That's how people feel about the boss and his operation, man.
This can't be.
some
That's
people,
what I'm saying.
I think some people just don't get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Some people just don't get when you walk in and you order a bunch of sidekicks. The place has to shut down for 45 minutes.
They gotta give you
while he
ideas.
tries to hyper cook the cookies that were frozen.
Put 'em
He's
on-
like,
put
you're
'em
not
on
supposed
nuke
to, you're not supposed to
blast.
cook them this way.
But I'm
and you
gonna
gotta
give it a shot.
you gotta sign a waiver that you might get your mouth burned in the middle because the outside's gonna be normal, but the mill's gonna be fucking hot.
I'll say this, like, we had a good time when that happened to us.
He was
I had
hanging
a
out,
great
telling us.
time.
He was
Yeah.
giving us ideas, dude. Try with ice cream, and we went,
We won't, but thanks.
yeah. Thanks to the boss.
It died again. And I'll say while it died again too, my water was yellow. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't think the guy
We'll just leave
actually
it. I mean,
fixed the.
turn it off on the front, on the top.
Turn it off and then turn it back on again and then smash it into pieces.
Just leave it off.
I don't think the guy actually fixed the water fountain. The
Yeah.
drinking
What do you mean
fountain
just
at
leave
all.
it?
No.
They're gonna miss all our big animated moves at the end.
Just
Well,
put the chicken bones on.
Yeah.
He's got his.
Oh! I don't know how
He's
he's
gonna
gonna
try.
Are you just gonna?
Just hold it. We only have a couple minutes.
Make
There you go.
Make sure your finger's not
Let's
covering.
run this one out.
Yeah,
Hour and a half.
Um,
hour and a
Let's
half.
go.
So
How long
you
we have
guys,
the space for?
you guys know what we ate, and so much of it wasn't about the food.
Can we get another camera?
Yes.
Can we get a thing that just holds a phone? Can we get
no,
a phone
I'm out.
tripod?
I'm out.
No.
Can we spend $25 on a phone tripod? I bought 2 of them in the last week. One's covered in sand.
Okay.
That wasn't even that wasn't rim shot worthy because it fell in the sand when I was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it came that way. I was like, what is the benefit?
No. I have a picture of.
Sorry,
it.
I got Subway brain.
I put it on a 10-second timer, and then at 9 seconds, the phone fell over.
No!
And so there's one picture as it's falling over.
So much of what we talked about wasn't the food of what we talked about, but
These guys are like fine though.
Still some sand in my
Yeah.
phone. You can see it.
oh no,
Dang, this guy beaches. The food itself. Oh boy.
you're getting too perfect with it. You're getting too
Yeah.
perfect with it.
No, I say you're not getting perfect enough, dude.
Leave all this in. Leave all this in.
It's covered in sand.
You could have just held it, dude. I don't understand. Just
I like
hold
it better this way.
Let's all be quiet while he does this.
Dude, someone's got a cool bass.
Okay, so you guys don't. You want it too bad.
He's playing with fire.
Yep.
He's really playing with my. All right, Chris.
Okay,
Sit
so
up.
Does this work? Is there too much? Oh, is my head cut off?
You're a little cut off now.
so what do you guys think about this Subway?
Dude, I don't
drink?
even remember. I ate the food in 45 seconds.
Uh-huh.
I retained nothing.
I remember
because everything that was happening. The thing I remember the most is me eating the last one, going, "Is this cheese? This is cheese?" And someone going, "Double cheese." And me going, "Wow, great." And Nick going, "Fucking dry. It's dry. Fucking piece of shit." That's what I remember.
The chicken one was the worst somehow. Like the cheese
The chicken one was weird.
Yeah. The double cheese one is like
pepperoni
whatever.
was the most sensible.
Yeah. And those pepperonis were pretty spicy.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. That one
6
was the best one.
pepperonis and one of like those little rolls is like plenty of pepperoni for that too.
Yeah.
That's a good amount.
Yeah, that one was good.
It was.
I would have loved to
amount,
dip it, but
it was
who
a
knows?
decent amount of meat for like a tiny little thin thing. You know what I mean?
But they were $3 each.
It's not a bad deal. I mean, if you're willing to wait 30 minutes.
Yeah.
we were trying to make 25 of them.
Yeah. we
Sauces,
need
you want
12,
6
24.
more?
I could see me snacking on those pepperoni rolls.
Yeah.
Which at that point, having it wrapped like that with pepperoni and cheese and being melted, very close to just being a pizza roll.
Yes. Yeah.
Essentially,
Definitely.
is what
Oh,
it
yeah.
was.
That's basically
It
what
just doesn't
is.
have sauce.
It's the only one that has different
doesn't
cheese.
have sauce, Nick.
He knew.
What do you think? So what do you think, Jordan?
On all 3 of them combined, they're pretty average. I'm gonna go 53.
Wow.
I'll be honest. Yeah, they were pretty average. There's nothing like crazy about it, but they weren't fucking shit.
They weren't shit.
We've
but
eaten
it
so
is-
much shit.
But it's Subway still.
That's-
so
but
it's not great.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, it's not like the dog shit we've been eating lately, where it's like, oh, what is this fucking thing? It was just like, yeah, it's Subway, but it's not worse than Subway.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
worst
as-
part
as
was
Subway-
certainly the experience
As
and not
Subways
the
go,
food.
you can get worse food there.
They didn't downgrade it. You know the pepperoni you get on a sandwich? That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean,
And
it's
they
just that.
rolled it
It's
up.
stuff they already have on a
Yeah.
flatter bread.
It probably would have been pretty good with some sauce.
sort of
I didn't
lavash
need,
bread.
I didn't need 11 of them, but 1 or 2 might have been nice.
Uh-huh.
I bet it would have been decent.
Nick's like, yeah, it would have been.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
fucking
agree with
screaming.
Jordan. I'm just gonna hit it with a 55%.
Wow. So average score of 54.
How do you know? I was fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't even do the math.
That was pretty.
damn,
That was pretty
dude.
quick. Hang on.
Okay.
This guy doesn't work at Subway. You can tell.
Well, yeah.
I'm staring at the phone, looking at Michael for help, and he's just letting me drown.
Dude. Where's salami? Where is it?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Push any other meat.
23.
Anything, dude. Anything. Christ.
So that's Subway.
Oh, watch out, dude.
That is Subway.
And
No, this is Subway.
yeah. So
gonna start
Michael's going to
unwrapping
tuck
it.
into that in last week's Michael Jordan podcast.
I'm about to go back in time or something.
Hey, do we have a 100%
No, it's
fan
already done.
shout
We
out?
do. We
Oh.
do. This is from 100% fan Jeffrey Fulmer Gardner.
Okay.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey says, Dear Michael, Jordan, he spelled my name wrong, but that's okay. Eric and Nick,
Wow.
thank you for helping me get sober. And to the love of my life, my wife, sorry, I'm reading like two lines at a time. The love of my life, my wife, Lean Gardner, you are amazing.
Oh, that's so nice.
That's nice too. I thought he was gonna say "love of my life" and then a food or something.
Yeah.
Really surprised me with the
The
wife.
Subway
Ooh.
Dippers.
If you want to become a 100% fan, you
Thank
can.
you.
You go to patreon.com/100%.
And by the way, you're welcome, Jeffrey.
Yeah. Hey,
We did all that work.
all of the 100% fan messages have been really cool, and they've led us down some interesting paths. Like with Chris, our first one.
It's cold now.
Yay!
Yay.
Like Chris, our first one, who we brought up on stage for food court,
Yeah.
and then hammered
Sounds
his
wild.
wife, who when he told us about how she eats pizza like a crime, it truly is.
You guys need to listen to this because whatever you're imagining, how crazy could
It's
it be?
insane.
It's beyond insane.
Yeah. So we split it up into two parts. Both parts are out now at the time of this release. You can go on our YouTube channel and listen to that and let us know how you think the rulings went. Like the Supreme Court, we don't give a fuck what you think, but you can still let us know.
Yeah, it's been really the one good thing about the Supreme Court kind of just going off the rails
Yeah,
crazy style is that like it really takes the pressure off us to be credible.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or like,
yeah,
you
it
know,
doesn't
like-
matter.
yeah.
We'll take bribes. If you want to bribe us, we'll rule whatever way you want. That's
true.
totally like not a problem
Yeah.
for us.
We'll take vacations.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, whatever. It's totally fine. So you can go to
Yeah,
store.
you can fund my next beach trip.
See? There you go.
Dude, look how tan I am.
That's pretty tan. You
pretty
go to
tan. Look at me.
store.100%eat.com
Dandorf
for
looking
merch.
accurate all of a sudden.
Yep. Check out this Spice Rat shirt. Fucking
Yeah.
baller.
It's a baller shirt.
Yep.
Don't get bit by a shark.
Pretty
Watch
sure
out.
that's the women's cut.
I don't know. Maybe.
It looks good.
It just looks like it on Michael because he's so jacked.
Well, I think it's like a slightly different color in the women's cut, but it looks good. So just get jacked like Michael and then
I
wear
don't know,
that.
dude.
all
See?
shirts will look good on you if you're
Yeah.
jacked.
It's possible. I just wear whatever I
There you
find.
see? Smart. So go to store.roosterteeth. Jesus Christ.
What is
Wow.
that?
Go to store.100%eat.com. That's years getting
What?
burned into my brain. And you can listen to this week's Michael Jordan podcast
Real
at
shame we
patreon.com/100%eat. Follow at 100%eat on Twitter and on Instagram to stay up to date with everything. If you want to send us stuff on the P.O. Box, which you can send it P.O. Box 143241. It's Austin, Texas 78714. P.O. Box 143241, Austin, Texas 78714. We have a bunch of snacks so far that we've gotten. I think we're going to film a
do.
snack attack soon.
Yeah,
we
let's attack some snacks.
we are in between spaces. So hopefully we're figuring something out.
Dude,
We'll
we're
see.
looking.
Dude, you know, you get what
We
you
are.
pay for. $0 for the AAPW space.
Yes. Yeah.
But, you know, zero air conditioning.
Zero
Yeah.
comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is about more than that.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. But thank you so much for sticking with us. Appreciate your support on the Patreon, on YouTube. Every comment, every view, all that stuff is helping us.
Every bit counts.
Yeah, it really does.
Can we add like a service charge where they like unwillingly have to pay for our rent? Can we add that in somehow?
We can try. I'll
Oh,
look
like some
into
sort
it.
of surcharge?
Yeah.
Like per
Right.
person?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a rent surcharge.
Okay, so if we get like...
Like a restaurant.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Newsom said it's fine as long as you like clearly state it.
Sure, yeah.
My best friend runs Panera Bread, and it's actually fine that he does this stuff the way that he does it, actually. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? Don't you think?
I run a Panera Bread, and I know the governor.
Yeah. Don't you know who I am? All right, Jordan, take us out.
All right. Any other thoughts or anything about Subway?
No, we have the Michael Jordan podcast that
Alrighty.
came out a week ago.
Rate and subscribe. Tell a friend about the show where
Very
we
good.
eat food and rate the food. And maybe sometimes we order the food. Line.
Maybe sometimes we get the food.
Oh, goodbye.